we should actually film ourselves and just like have it as a thingy, as a.
I feel like we sing it
As a
differently
song.
every single episode.
Yeah. So what's your point?
Every episode is a new ringtone,
Yeah.
a new tune.
I think we should
We
just
just
have
collate
it.
them.
I think we should have like our voices.
Just layer them.
Yeah. I think we should have our voices like to
Nice,
begin with,
unique.
and just use that as a song.
Let's not do that.
Boring.
Let's not do that.
Boring.
Anyways,
Game
guys,
time.
welcome back. Obviously this is a running segment. Addie's been studying while I have been slacking.
I have not actually, but go on.
I think you should start.
Okay, so for those that have not watched us before, basically what we do is
Oh yeah.
we say a sentence in English or Somali, and then we have to guess what we say.
Yeah, so she gives
Basically.
me a sentence in Portuguese, and
Yeah.
I give her a sentence in Somali, and then she has to guess.
I'm hoping they would guess which
I
one is
guess.
which.
Listen, I could be Portuguese. Como está?
That's my girl. That's how you get them.
Exactly. What do you mean?
Okay, so I'll say pásame o batom.
Woo! Run it back. Something like that.
Pásame o batom.
Passa.
Why does it feel so weird to speak Portuguese?
It doesn't it? Passa.
Pásame o batom.
I need you to break this words down. Passa.
Pásame o batom.
Pass the baton. That's what it sounds
Basically,
like. Is it close?
yeah.
Pass the baton.
Well, not that button, but you just
Pass
have to
the.
something.
Pass the mic.
Nope.
Pass. Say the last word again.
Batom.
Sounds like a baton, mate. Okay, give me a clue.
It's in this room.
Uh,
Oh.
okay.
Could have been somewhere else.
Pass the test. Pass the. I don't know. You're gonna have to help me. Give me
Pasta.
another clue.
It's near us.
Oh, Nadia, you're really getting worse with these clues. It's in this
Because
room.
if I tell you, like,
It's
the clue will
near
tell
us.
you straight away what it is. Like, so what's the point? I already told you it's near
Pass
us.
the
like-
pillow.
no. Go follow
the
them if
cup.
you want. No.
Girl, I am struggling. Pass what? My phone?
No.
Baton. You're setting me up to fail. Pass the what? Give me another clue.
You use it quite a lot.
Lip balm?
Yeah. There you go.
Baton?
Well, it's not
Damn.
really lip balm, but it's yeah. It's
What does it
it's-
exactly
it's-
mean?
It's thingy. It's the. It's not the balm. It's the other one. It's the lip
The gloss.
stick.
Oh, lipstick. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. Damn, actually, that was quite hard.
It was all right. It was all right. It was all right.
What should I say? Okay. Wabehena.
Yeah, give me a clue.
Go and guess. At least I guessed immediately.
Yeah, after cluing.
No. I said pass the button
Anyways,
straight
they're not
away.
all the same. Give me a clue.
I said guess. Wabehena. There's a word in there that we use all the time. Should give you a good clue.
Yeah, you might use it, but it depends if I'm gonna.
Bahena.
What
Bahena.
did
You say it.
what behana?
Yeah. What do I always which
What
word in there do I say?
behana?
There's a word in there that I say all the time.
Yeah, no.
Bahena.
But the word you think you say all the time, I probably haven't even picked up.
Bah.
Yeah, no.
Bah.
Go away.
Yeah. That's
Go
kind of what bah means. But then, so what does wa bahena mean?
Can you just go away?
No.
Leave me alone.
Nope.
Out my space.
Nope. It's to do with the leaving something, but like, how would you say it?
Leave my business. Out my business.
No. If you were going to announce it, what would you say?
I'm out.
No.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, close.
I'm leaving you.
But then, okay, so but wa bahena is more plural. It's plural. Not wa bahaya. Wa bahaya is like what you just said. I'm leaving.
I'm leaving them.
So if I say wa bahena, it's if it's you and me leaving.
We're leaving.
Yeah.
Right.
I had to
Right. All right.
that one.
I was so confused. You know.
I was like,
You know the whole time. Anyways, I'm not gonna say it here. I was like, it.
oh, I
I got a flashback.
I can't take her anywhere.
I was trying to listen to you at the same time we have that conversation in my.
Can't take you anywhere, man.
Anyways, guys, we did it. Yes, points.
I feel like we both don't get points this week.
Yeah,
I actually get half a point because I immediately got half of it.
Yeah,
Half a point.
yeah,
Half a point.
yeah.
I'll take that.
No.
He's losing. That's
No.
why.
No.
Okay. What are we talking
And
about?
yeah, because you're winning, you're trying to give him more points.
Yeah, because I did get half. Anyways, we let them decide in the comments.
There's no decision to be made.
Sounds like loser talk. What's the conversation on today, Nadia?
So we're gonna be talking about, as you know, we've been very focused on culture and you know how it has changed and how it affects us and stuff like that. And basically today will be about expectations within your culture. You know, because I think it's different.
What was it? Expectations versus a reality.
Yes, basically, because as you know, there's always expectations, and then you have not only your own expectations, but you also have the expectations within your own culture. And then it's like, can you really like, is it really happening? Like, does it go with what we're actually doing? Like, how does that work out? So I think that's what we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah, because you know what? There's an expectation comes from like what you expect to happen, right? And that's based off like how your culture would deal with something.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then the reality is like what actually happens in principle because you live in a different society to like the culture that you come from.
And you're living in different times.
There's like a little bit of a culture clash.
Yeah.
Right? And I think like the biggest one I can think of is the expectation of on like that men and women have, right? Specifically in marriage.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So like society, right?
I think that's a thing that has been getting hit left, right, and center.
Because like culturally, right? If we talk about like the role of like the different roles are like within a culture, our culture is heavily influenced by our religion.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And yours too. So we can't really separate. And people are going to be like, oh no, but that's an Islamic thing, and but yeah, because we are inherently like Muslims in everything that we do, and Islam is a form of lifestyle.
Yeah.
And
even those people that are not religious, the reality is, if you're married, there's
a lot, that you take from religion.
Even if it's just civil, like that's part of a religion.
That's a whole nother debate that I don't want to get into, but not today.
Not today. No, we're not gonna get into that.
But here's the thing. So obviously, like within the frameworks of our culture, right? The father and the mother in that play very different roles, right? The father's role and the husband's role is to provide for his family.
Yeah.
It's to protect his family.
Yeah.
At any cost, right?
Yeah.
And therefore, like, it's his role to earn what needs to like and pay for what needs to be paid for, right? It's his role to provide and make sure his family feel protected and secured, right? But then the mother's role is to ensure that that household is like, that the husband is able to do those things.
Yeah.
Right?
Without having any stress.
Exactly. Not even just without any stress, but just like you're supposed to allow him to be able to be the man he can be, right? So like ensuring like he's fed, his household is taken care of. Like, and those are like two completely different roles, right? Like culturally.
Yeah.
Now we live in a different society, different world, right?
Different times.
Different
Same world, just different times.
No. I'm not going to say different times. I'm just going to say different culture, right? We're in a different society because back home, right? Women need men to provide for them.
Yeah.
Like, and like, when I say need, I mean like it's like jobs, like the access to jobs, the ability to go out as a woman and go get a job and go get like, it's harder.
Yeah.
Right.
Not the same.
And therefore like, a woman is more likely going to get married and have a husband to provide for her, right?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with being a mother that raises her kids. And like my mum was a human rights lawyer. Like she was a lawyer by trade and an incredibly accomplished woman. And her biggest pride is in how she raised her kids and the amount of love and investment that she put into her kids, right? And I think, and that goes for itself in the sense of like, people, like different women will raise their kids in different ways, but it's the society that they've grown up in now. There's different opportunities, right? Now I have the ability to either be a mother that stays at home and raise my kids, but I also have the ability to be a mother that works and also has kids, right? So like I live in a society now where that's okay to do. Yeah. But then what happens then is that like the foundations of those frameworks have now been broken. Do you get it? Yeah. So like
that
now
structure that
you have this cultural expectations like, no, I'm Somali and then this is how this works, right? But then also, I'm also in this Western culture and that's how this works. And I want the best of both worlds. Yeah. And I want to drop the worst of both worlds. That don't work. Yeah. You know? Like,
that's when the clash happens.
So you have a culture clash and you basically have people that are set up these unrealistic expectations, right? And it's often women that take the biggest hit because it's like women are expected to like work, right? And support. But like, let's be honest, there's always going to be a primary parent when you have a child. Yeah. Right? There's going to be one person that has, and it's always the mother. Statistically, like it's always going to be the mother. And always because of that maternal link that you have when you have birth the child, it's come out of you.
Do you think the roles switch up a little bit? Because like when you're young,
it definitely changes.
Yeah, like I think the mother is a massive.
Oh yeah.
But if you're a present father, I feel like when your kids are growing up, as in like when they're on their teens.
But the reason we're not even talking about that those ages though. Yeah. You're 100% right. Yeah. I think when a kid reaches adolescent, they need their father more, specifically boys, right? Yeah. But I'm talking about specifically when we're talking about like having a young child, when you. A woman takes a hit because she's 100%. Expected to work but also like take care of those children because we live in a society now where like no, like you can't have a single income household. You know, like but I remember my dad working multiple jobs, right? And at the time I didn't like it, but I understood the role that he played in giving not just my mother but like our household what we needed to be able to go to like extracurricular classes, be able to go on holiday and enjoy like do you know what I mean? Like never like feel like we weren't going without, right? Yeah. And if that meant he had to do extra work, he did, right?
That was
and
what
there was
he
never
was
that expectation never put on my mum. You know what I mean? Yeah. But now it's like men are like, oh yeah, okay, and I'm gonna get so roasted for this. But the reality is they're like, oh yeah, we can't have a single household income, and I'm like, okay, cool. Understandably, like
we understand
life's expensive, but like step up then. Right? Like, understand that, like,
with your chest, girl.
You do different roles then. Okay, like, so what role are you going to play in supporting your household, right? Like, what role are you going to play in ensuring that, like, your wife who's also working, who's also raising a kid, like, whether she's working part-time or not, you're able to support her.
And let's be realistic. And that's, I feel like that's where you have the expectation of, oh, yeah, I want to go to work. Yeah, after I have my kid. But the reality is always quite different. No, and I've seen that a lot. It's like, especially with my auntie, she thought after a year, I'm going to go into work. And that's what she tried to do. Yeah. But after my cousin, she couldn't handle school food. Like she wasn't adapting properly. So my auntie, she couldn't just drop everything. No, she couldn't just carry on working when her kid was suffering and wasn't.
Of course not.
Do you understand? So, and that's, I feel like, where the clash of like expectations and reality clash. And not just that, like it's the whole thing. Like right now, like you said, like times are hard. So you need to have two incomes. fair enough, understand that, but like, how are we gonna do that?
Yeah, how are you
when
gonna be able to...
like both sides, there's no understanding on both sides.
Yeah,
because I feel
and
like,
you know what? I think there's also the thing of like mothers become the primary parent because they have that maternal link like to their child, right? To the point that like when that child is sick, like nothing else matters for them. Like it's like nursing their kids back to health, and whether that means like quitting work, doing this, doing that, like they will do that. And I'm not saying fathers are detached, like they don't care. But it's the thing of like they won't feel that pain in the same way. Because like
everyone feels pain
when you've had that child, like you've literally grown that child in you.
the connection is huge.
It's a part of you. Like
I don't think people realize that.
Mom always says, like you guys don't realize this, and you will realize this when you have kids.
Same.
But you're a piece of me on this planet. Yeah. Right. And she's like, and the reason I worry about you, because sometimes like I travel a lot, right, and I work a lot, and there's days where I forget to call mom, right, and it really upsets her that I don't call her. Yeah. You know. And like, and she always says to me, like, it's because you are a piece of me, right? And if I don't know where this piece of me is okay or where it is, I can't sleep at night, right? Yeah. Which is really like really wholesome and like, but then, and it's true because like of course I love my mom and I think about my mom consistently, right? But I don't feel like a piece of me is missing. Yeah. In that same way. And she's always like, you'll understand it when you have your own child. Yeah. Right? Because no matter where they are in this world, whether they're like a 3-year-old or like a 30-year-old, right?
The moment you have kids, that's it.
You're going to always think about them. You're always going to worry about them. You're gonna, like, and it's interesting because I was like, mad. Like, you mean you think about all of us all the time? You mean you
have nothing better to do?
But that's the thing. I think that's the power of like the maternal connection that mother has. Because like I love my dad, and me and my dad were tight. Like we were best friends, and we speak to him regularly. But my dad will go days without calling us, right? And I wouldn't feel any type of way about it, right? And he wouldn't feel any type of way about it. He wasn't, you know what I mean? But my mom can't go a day without speaking to me if I'm not around her because she's gonna be worried sick. Like, how is my daughter? Is she alive? Like, why? What's going on?
What's happening?
You know? And that's that maternal like link of like to your child that I guess a father just can't replicate in the same way because that's not how he was built. Like that's not the
that's not what his job was.
Gave them. Yeah. So yeah, it's like you can't expect something of somebody that they can't do anyways. Yeah. Right. So I'm not trying to set unrealistic expectations on them. That sense. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, if you're trying to pick and choose what part of your culture you want to uphold, right? Then you need to understand that it's going to come with repercussions because you can't pick and choose. Yeah. There are reasons as to why, like the culture worked in this way, and there's a reason why. Like if we talk about like one of the episodes we were speaking about, like people. I think we spoke about cheating, yeah. And then and actually, like culturally, like it's okay, and even within Islam, it's okay to marry multiple wives. Yeah, but there are so many rules around. Who can marry, when you can marry, like how you treat those women. There's so many layers. Like actually, it's very very complex. Actually, if you understood like the weight of marriage in Islam, like in our religion, right? You would be hella careful. You wouldn't marry another woman, right? Because it's just like the ability to make a mistake and like then the punishment of it, it's just so huge because it's like you have to replicate things like the exact same way. You have to give them the same time, the same energy, and you're human. You can't really do that. Yeah, right. So it's a big responsibility to take on marriage, anyways. So if you set yourself up in this thing of like, oh yeah, my culture allows it, and you go do it, but then you take like one part of it, you don't take the rest, the other million parts of rules that come with it. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't read the fine print, like the terms and conditions. You like sign up, you're like, this is cool with me. You're setting yourself up. And if you meet a get a wife, you know what's gonna happen, right? Set yourself up to fail, mate. That's it. Like you can't do that. It doesn't work like that. But I do that a lot. I guess it happens. They're okay with getting one more wife, but at the same time, are they really giving the same amount of time? No. The same amount of lifestyle? I don't know. I can't relate. I'm not in that situation. Why not, Sam? Don't you know the culture is changing? Can't relate. We can do that as well. We're in a time where we're like having to ask that question, which is wild to me. I'm like, would you marry another wife? I actually want to know. Like, I think that's the times we're in now. But this is another thing. Like I get that. For me, like being in the open for me makes sense. And being honest and transparent. Yeah, exactly. Like, for me, like I understand that, like
do I agree? Would I want my husband to marry another wife? Of course not.
No.
But I agree with that. Like I would love if my husband came a time and he'd be like, oh yeah, I want to marry another wife.
And he was transparent with you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Now,
of course. I respect that.
in my culture,
Yeah.
they don't do that. You know, like they will have their wife, they'll have
Yeah.
everything, yeah. And some of them might even provide, you know, everything is perfect at home, but on the side they have someone else. And for me, like, it's not even that it's not fair.
Yeah.
It's more of like, you're living your best life, babe. I love that for you. I wanted to live a best life too. Why can we not do it together? I don't understand. That's for me. That's like what gets me.
That's crazy.
No, it really isn't, Sam.
It is wild to me.
It really, because like
blows me mind.
100. No, it doesn't, because like if we're both on the same page, you know, because I can say like, right, I'm not interested. I'm not a phase in my life that I want to do this. So I'm out, babe. Like you go do your own thing. You know, because let's be realistic. Like he's a human being, I'm a human being. We all have, you know, dreams and wants and desires and everything different. You know, like I'm not here to judge you.
Right.
You know, but why would you stop me from living my life? And that's exactly what they do, though.
Would you stop him from living his?
Exactly. He's not stopping himself from living his life. He's living his best life. So why would you stop me from living my life?
But
and for me, it's more of that sense.
But it's about transparency, innit?
Yeah.
Right. And
like let's be honest.
Also, like, here's the thing, right? I think when something becomes normalized, right? To the extent where like,
and I guess that's what the culture changes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like when things become normal, then it becomes part of the culture, and then
even though he has a wife and kids at home, that's not.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think I mean the rules around like Islam, I guess differs, right? In the sense of like, first of all, adultery is not okay. There's like there is nowhere in like the Somali culture.
But that's what I mean.
But like it's not even like it's not even something that like is normalized. Like they
Yeah,
would be frowned upon.
yeah,
It's like if you want to have another woman, marry her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not even a question or conversation. They'd be shunned. But like of course amongst men, if a man marries another woman, it's like, oh yeah, of course he did. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's fine. But and you're right, I would respect a man if he came to his wife and said, I'm gonna marry, and Islamically it's within his right, unless it's in the woman's contract, like Islamic contract. Like I don't want you to marry another woman, which I know a lot of women are doing these days. But unless it's not in the contract, it's within his right Islamically.
Yeah.
I
can't take that away from him.
I can't take an Islamic right from him. I can't, right?
Yeah.
But best believe that it comes with so much responsibility and so much like, and like men are already complaining about single household bills.
What else are they gonna be complaining about? To have their second wife?
Like, in what economy are you able to support this wife and raise these kids? By the way, the responsibility of a parent, is huge, right? And
one thing as well that people don't realize is like this whole like marrying a second wife, especially in African culture, like it all happened because women were like, there was too many of them, and you know they had to have protection from a man, and that's why it was happening. Like, you know, it happened because of the times were different.
But
you know,
okay, so here's the thing, right? Like at the core, the purpose of marriage is to reproduce.
Yeah.
It is like
no, I don't think it's just to reproduce, because you can easily reproduce without marriage. But it's to have a what's it called? A balanced and stable place for you to grow your kids.
But no,
to allow your kids to grow.
To carry on a lineage of like like that's the main reason men would marry. Like they would marry because like if you think about tribes, like tribal lineage, like you want men, and those boys that they have would carry on their lineage. They would carry on so like for me, I'm Somali, so we have tribes in Somalia, right? I don't know why I'm telling you I'm Somali. Of course you know I'm Somali, but so we have like tribes, right? And I'm from a specific tribe, but like when I get married, my kids will take on my husband's tribe. They won't take on my tribe,
right?
So I don't carry on my father's lineage,
right?
I have my father's lineage. I carry that,
yeah.
But I don't.
But you won't carry
it. I won't give it to my kids. But my husband will.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
So there's a thing of like actually like carrying on that lineage, that name. Like the more of this tribe there is, the more powerful. And like if you think about it from like those times, it's like of course the bigger those families were, and that's why they would marry multiple wives.
Yeah.
And also be able to provide for multiple wives and
Yeah.
support them. There's like a thing. There's an interesting thing I recently learned as well. Actually, I didn't even know this, but they're like when a family member, like, and I don't know if this is 100% right. I might be wrong, but in Somalia, and I think it might be an Islamic thing actually, but in Somalia, like if a family member's wife, like, so say so I'll give you the direct example. My dad's brother he passed away in Somalia. It was like literally like during like the Muqdisho bombings. It was not even that long ago. But when he passed away, he was a sole provider for his wife, of course, and his kids. And my dad obviously stepped up to provide for his little brother's kids and his wife. But the immediate thing was that like somebody out of my dad's brothers should marry her.
Yeah.
And I was like, and there was schools because my dad was the eldest. There was a pressure for my dad to get married. And I found that so weird.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, no, I'm not going to marry her, but I will provide for her. Like, she'll be fine. The kids are going to go to school. And my dad continued to provide for Allah Rahmat until he passed away. But it was a thing of like, and then we've taken that on now. But it's just a thing to me, like, it was like, okay. It was like, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should marry her.
Yeah.
And I remember my mom sat me down,
so...
explained it to me. And mom said to me something that blew my mind, by the way. She's like, if your dad chose to marry her, I wouldn't be upset. She was like, it's a duty. Like, and it's important, like, it's an important thing, especially in Somalia, where like she won't be able to fend for herself. Like, and I looked at my mom and said, mad.
This is when you know times are different.
I said, that's mad.
You really would allow...
She said, I wouldn't be upset. She said, I wouldn't be upset about it because it's not like he's gone and got married for the sake of it. It's that he's done a duty on him as the eldest son, right? He's done something that like, he's protecting this woman. It's quite noble.
You can protect without getting married. Thank you very much.
No, but like, here's the thing though.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But no, actually, there's a whole thing of like a woman that's not married is like vulnerable. Because like, she can get married. Like, why not get married? Like, you know what I mean? It's like a vulnerability thing. Or she has a husband. There's more respect. It's like a weird, I guess.
Yeah. And that's when you know like how
it was wild.
Different. It's like,
yeah.
even though you're from there, but you're still like, you're not really living that life they're living.
Nah, my mom blew my mind that time. I was like, say what? Run it back, what? But no, it was actually, and I think I've gained like a whole level of respect for women that can
do that are able to like put their feelings aside.
To actually be like, this is better for me and my children and my family and my household, and like this is what it looks like. Kudos to you. I mean, could never be me. But
never say never. Times are changing.
No, I'm too jealous.
And that will take us to the next expectation. Having kids.
Oh yeah.
Time. Because I feel like that's a huge one that we're going through right now, especially at age, apparently.
Apparently.
I'm
still a baby girl.
I mean, I hear my grandma saying a lot.
Just hit my 20s. What are you talking about? Just graduated from uni, okay?
Out of the pocket.
Baby face.
My grandma says that a lot. For some reason, I feel like she's trying to say something, but I'm not sure what point she's making really when she says it.
What is she saying?
But I feel like she's trying to say something. I don't know what point she's trying to make. She's like, at your age, I already had 5 kids, and I'm like, I don't know what are you trying to say. Like, what's your point? I'm like, what's your point?
I
like,
had a household.
You know what I mean? I was already married. Regardless of whether it was a happy marriage or things were good.
Doesn't matter.
I
was married. Yeah, you
and
know
had
what the
5
funny
kids.
thing is? Yeah, I feel like this is one thing that I like have with family members. No matter how accomplished I am, no matter like what I achieve, it's like, oh, you've graduated. Are you married yet? Oh, like you've got this new job abroad. Are you married yet? Oh, you do. Are you married yet? It's like, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't stop. Like, you get married. Have you had a child yet?
Yeah.
You have a child. When's the next one? Like, it does not stop. It doesn't end. Don't think that it ends.
It's a continuation.
Okay? It's a continuation. And it's like this expectation of you, like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. But like, why is it that like making a family is seen as like a more huge like success than anything else?
Yeah, it's like a huge thing. And it's funny like how I guess like men is different. Like I feel like, and I see it with my brother. Like for him, it's relaxed. Like everyone is like, oh, he's still young. He's still.
Oh yeah, you could be the same age as a man. They'll be
Yeah,
like, yeah, he's young.
he's fine.
He's fine.
My mom loves saying
But it's
this.
like, we're worried about you. We're the same age. In fact, he's older than me.
Yeah, no, that's not even the worst part. Like with my mom, like she really says to me, like, he can have a kid at any time.
Oh really?
I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, he can have a kid. He can be 60, he can have a kid, Nadia. It won't matter.
It's not even a lie.
You know? Now I don't think you want to be having a kid at 60. Can you even have a kid at 60? No, Nadia, you can't.
I mean, I done seen some stuff on the internet.
I mean, times have changed,
I'm
mother.
saying.
You never know. You never know. You never know. But it's like, I feel like the moment you reach 25, women, like they have like this silent pressure that turns into a massive buzz after in your ears by the time you reach 29 or 30. It's like
29. It keeps going apparently.
You know,
keeps going.
Yeah, and depending on how long you're gonna take to provide for the family, because that's what you're doing. You're providing for the family.
100%.
Forget about money.
You're just a dancing monkey. You're performing for them.
Literally, my grandma, she got to the stage, she's like, I don't even need the men anymore. Where's the kid? Just give me
I really
a grandkid. And you can it's not only about providing kids. They have to be pretty as well.
I'm dead. Nah.
They have to be good looking. Imagine you come at tutu. Woo! Listen, my mom put me down with that. You know, she was like, you came out looking like the ghetto.
I was just saying, ugly babies make the prettiest adults.
Yeah. But your mother will always remind you that you were ugly when you came out.
It's fine. Because you glow up. You know? Nobody expected you to be this good looking.
And I feel like nowadays, like, I don't know if like people weren't aware of it before.
Yes, I was ugly, baby.
I don't think we should go there, Sam.
I was ugly.
I'm gonna roast you. I don't think we should go there.
Yeah, I had a potato face.
I don't want to roast you, Sam.
I was literally like,
I know. No,
still cute though.
The baby, normally when the baby is quite chubby, it's never like ugly. Like you can say they're cute. You can normally say the baby's cute. There's a difference between cute and ugly. Cute, like when they're chubby and everything, you can, even if they're ugly, you can normally say like, oh, they're so cute. But when that thing is ugly, it's like, you cannot be like, oh my God,
it's a baby. It's an
it.
Oh, it's a baby. Okay. I've never seen an ugly baby. I've yet to see an ugly baby.
Well done.
I'm not lying to you. I just think anything miniature is adorable anyways. I'm like, oh my God.
Nah. You get some ugly things coming out. But this is one thing I believe, yeah. That sounds like a their problem because where we go, your mother is good looking, your father is good looking. How did it happen to you? Like
my God.
How? That sounds like a you problem. It's your business.
Guys,
you.
We need to this is a parent conversation. Yeah. We're gonna have this conversation.
Yeah, we're gonna have this conversation. We're gonna come back for more.
We're gonna be back.
But what was I was trying to make a point, and then you were just talking about how ugly you were. Like, I was gonna make a point. It was gonna be an amazing point as well.
Well,
it was literally gonna blow our heads off.
You can make that point in the next episode.
No. It was to do with what we're talking right now. Expectations.
Well, you can make that point in the next episode.
Well, not really. It has to be this
we're not
one.
going to sit here and wait for you to remember your point, Nadia Marisa Rosamaya.
Why not?
Okay.
What's all these expectations?
Huh?
Times have changed. You can just relax. We don't have to have kids
different.
at 25 or 18 anymore, okay? We can relax now.
Thanks, guys, for watching this podcast. As Nadia continues to shout in my ear, please like, comment, and subscribe for the trauma that I have to face. Love you.
Thank you, guys.